Yeah, I was just going to say, he played that as a shot to nothing. I mean, half-heartedly attempted the bank shot on the 1, knowing that it was going to be covered by the 5, and he would have had a look at the 2 had that 1 gone in. But now that side pocket might be coming to his aid, because I think that Wu's got to play this at a bit of speed to try and bend that ball off the cushion and back into the 1. So you'll see a lot of bottom in that cue ball. And where's it going?
A hit and hope from Wu Chia Ching results in what appears to be a partial eclipse here. And this could have landed just about anywhere, Jim.
Yeah, luck be a lady tonight. And right now, Wu can thank his lucky stars the way that those have wound up. But this is a 1 cushion escape, if he's not jumping, that is. And
he's trotted out his jump cue.
You were saying, Bob, that these Taiwanese players jump very well, all of them, to a man. And this one, it would help if he was a little taller, but I expect him to get this.
Narrow miss there by Popo Cheng. Very awkward cueing, bridging situation.
Yeah, it just looked like that cue ball was out in the middle of the table. Just enough to make things uncomfortable for Kuo there. And what's worse is he just left a gilt-edged opportunity now for Wu.
With both players leaving many gilt-edged opportunities on the table. So Wu will have to buckle down, and coming out of the break there, we saw the shots of the 2 miscues by Wu Chia Ching. Of course, I think if your tip isn't as grippy or if it's a bit shiny, that can happen. But in my experience, Jim, oftentimes when players miscue, it's really because of their stroke. They just don't strike it well at that certain time.
Well, the real danger, Bob, is more the mental game you play with yourself. You start having tip trouble, and it compounds itself in your mind. And now every time you've got to start digging into that cue ball, negative thoughts come in. And that's the secret of success in this game, is you've got to get those negative thoughts out of your mind. And you know that he's probably guarding against leaving anything dead in now that he's got to draw. And so, he's probably playing a little different mind game with himself just to avoid any more embarrassment.
As of the moment, he is very much in line to take a vital 1-rack lead.
Yeah, a lead he's yet to relinquish. Every time he gets threatened, he comes back and snatches the rack to just keep his nose in front. And see, he's overdrawn that. Again, all these thoughts are swirling in his head, and he's just uncertain exactly how to cue the white. And this 9 is a lot more difficult than it should have been. But he's showing a lot of maturity, just resettling himself a lot like a golfer would over a putt when he's been disturbed. Goes through the routine again, eyeing up the ball, and controlling his emotions. And the 9 securely to the bottom of the pocket for Wu. And 11-10 confirmed here in Kaohsiung. The 16-year-old World Junior Championship finalist. That was the shot I thought Kuo might knock in, but not to be, and allowed Wu back to the table, and he didn't need another chance. Now, Bobby lost that junior title in Australia earlier in the year, and if I'm not mistaken, he lost it to another player from Chinese Taipei. Another player named Wu, and another player 16 years of age.
This country is just teeming with 9-ball talent.
What are they feeding him here?
Yeah, exactly. I want to get some of that. I want to bring some of that home, but really, it's so much commitment from the government. Lots of tournaments, lots of coaching, development, and they really have the finest system for producing world-class 9-ball players in the whole world.
Yeah, won't be too happy with where that blue 2 has come to rest. Got the 1 into the side pocket, and with the cut break that he employed there, that was pretty much hoped for. Anytime you see them pull that cue ball to that side cushion, they're trying to get the 1 in the side.
So what do you see are the defensive options here?
Yeah, he's got no positional values in attacking the bank shot here. The 3's at the wrong end of the table for him. And I'll tell you what, the safety's not that easy either.
Yeah, the balls are all on the perimeter of the table. That's tough.
Yeah, he's having a look to see the path the cue ball is going to take up towards cover. And cover being in the form of that 6 and 3 ball, the top end of the table as we look. I wonder if he's going to attack the bank and leave himself the difficult 3. Well, there's no more ifs. And now he's got to come up with a real good positional shot from the 3 to the 4. I guess when you're 16 years of age, defense is a little too tough to spell. I remember being 16 years old when I started playing snooker, and all I wanted to do, was hear the balls hit the back of the pockets. That was the fun in the game. It certainly would be quite a story. The 16-year-old did secure the world title, and that 3 thought about staying on the table, Bob. Anxious moments, I'm sure, for Wu.
And those anxious moments might be continuing here because he's awfully straight on this pink 4. What'd he give for a couple of more inches in space between the cue ball and that rail?
He had a shot like this that he played earlier in the knockout stages, and he powered the 4 in with a lot of top spin and a little touch of left-hand side to swing that cue ball back, get it towards the middle of the table. And like he just played it right there.
There's the reprise from Wu.
Didn't quite get as much left-hand spin, Bob, as he wanted. He wanted this a little straighter. And I don't know whether that 6 passes the top left corner past the 8. If it doesn't, he may have to slam this to the back of the pocket and go side cushion, and get back over the left-hand side. Now, another shot would be to play a lot of left-hand spin, go around the back of the 9, and I think that's the shot that he's going to favor. And I'll tell you what, this is missable.
And he's just missed it there. That was always going to be a tough shot. So much spin needed on that pink 5 and on that orange 5. And
yeah, over distance, Bob. The problem there was when you've got to play a shot like that and you've got a lot of distance between the cue ball and the 5. I mean, you've got to judge the deflection onto that 5. I mean, the degree of difficulty in that shot was very high.
But I guess you're not going to be a world champion without taking chances and going for these difficult shots. Now, Ko also with a tester of his own here. This is so difficult, Al, because he's got a jack up, and that 8 is in the way as well.
Well, he also understands the moment, and again, the opportunity has been turned over, possibly when he didn't expect it. So he's got to gather his emotions and embrace the pressure. Oh, that's a great shot.
And a good result as well.
That is a great shot. Under the circumstances, one of the better ones he's played in this match. And ensuring to leave that nice angle on the 8 and come down for the 9 bottom left. And surprise, surprise, we're deadlocked yet again.
It's gut check time, and Kuo Cheng from Chinese Taipei is